So today I want to tell y'all 7 things, somewhere around there, 6, 7, something like that. But 7 things that I learned along the way or that I wish I would have knew earlier, just because it's a lot. And if you don't understand how to do it, it can get very demoralizing and it can be hard to keep going when you don't understand certain things along the way or you don't know what you should be looking for. So if you would have told somebody 10 years ago, 5, 10 years ago, oh, I'm gonna be a content creator. That's just what I'm gonna do. Some people would have understood. Some people were like had been like on YouTube. They understood like what was possible out here. But most people, if you would have told them you wanted to be a content creator, you wanted to start a YouTube, you wanted to be like influencer, TikTok, whatever, they'd be like, what do you like? What do you mean? That's not a career. That's not a viable option. And that low key leads to one of the things I wish I would have knew earlier. It's an extremely profitable, I don't want to say it's not a job, but it's an extremely profitable avenue, venture, whatever you want to call it, option. It's extremely profitable and it's something more people are definitely starting to see it and starting to think about it. But there's going to be even more people who like really get a hold of it, especially the younger generation coming up who are just like born into this shit. There's going to be a lot of people who really take this content creator shit and just run with it. So don't let anybody say, oh, content creator is not a real job. Trust me, it's some people getting to the bags out. There's bags out here. Y'all saw Mr. Beast. Y'all saw Kylie. Alex. Like there's so many people getting big bags out here. And all you got to do is just get your portion. You don't got to get 100 billion, 10 billion. Like you just got to get your portion. That's all. You just get your little cut. Be cool, do your thing, and be happy. But you can run up a bag, like for real, for real. So, first thing I wish I would have knew going into this, it's an extremely profitable, extremely lucrative. It also takes a lot of work. It also takes some effort and some grinding and some consistency. It takes a lot. But if you're willing to invest in yourself and your future, you can do a lot with it. There's so many doors, so many avenues you can go down. Doing what you love, like just being happy doing what you do. Like you don't have to go work for somebody, spend 10, 12, 8 hours a day, whatever it is, working for somebody doing something that you hate, that you're miserable doing. You can literally make a living doing exactly what you love. So that's one. Didn't know how profitable it was. Number two, I didn't know how important it was to have a focus and a goal. So as much as I did between graphic design in college all the way up to growing a TikTok, I didn't have a real vision or like an idea of what I was trying to do or what I wanted to do. I didn't even know I wanted to create content, but I was creating content the whole time. I just didn't see it because I didn't think I could do that instead of working, instead of having to get a 9 to 5. I didn't think it was realistic to try and bank on that or make a sustainable income with it. So I didn't have a vision. I didn't have a goal with it. And when you don't have a target in mind, it's kind of hard to maintain passion and maintain purpose and keep driving and keep pushing and keep going. Because you don't know what you're doing. You don't have a reason. You need to have a why. You have to have a reason why you're doing what you're doing. You need to know where it's taking you, or you need to have a vision of like where you want it to take you so that you can manifest that and get there. But yeah, the next thing I wish I would have knew, I didn't understand the difference between using social media for entertainment and using it for promotion. Not realizing that I'd been on social media for 10 years and had been being sold to for 10 years, Facebook being sold to, Snapchat being sold to. I didn't realize there were people putting content on here, selling stuff. I'm just like, oh, that's funny. Oh, that's cool. Ooh, I like that. Never, like, it didn't click for the longest. Yo, I can be the one who's selling the stuff. I can be the one putting out the content that's getting people to buy stuff. I can do that. For some reason, that shit never clicked to me. I don't know why. I wish I could explain it, but it just never clicked. Now, I don't know what the day was, but I remember exactly what happened. I was scrolling and I had started following these financial literacy, financial freedom, those types of pages, right? And then it showed a post and it was like, I could tell a lot about your bank account by the apps that you use. And on the left, it was like Snapchat and TikTok and Instagram and Netflix and Hulu and stuff like that. And on the right side, it was like Google Analytics, Facebook Business Manager. I don't even remember what the other ones was. think QuickBooks, something, whatever. I don't remember what it was, but I saw that and I was just like, huh, I do use those apps a lot. My bank account ain't that great. Well, what are these? And that's really where everything kind of switched. That's when I was like, oh, there's some shit going on out here. I'm gonna figure it out. Which actually leads me to the next thing that I learned, or wish I would have knew coming into this. I still got to figure out what I'm calling this shit. I don't know. A lot of this is just kind of off the dome because I really just be like, I need to get some stuff out. So next thing I wish I would have learned was the business model. And that's not something that, unless you know you're looking for a business model, you're not going to see it. And you're not going to understand that they're creating the content for the top of funnel, driving people to the landing page, getting their email address, following up, selling them stuff on the back end. That's how they're making the money. Like, I'm not seeing any of that shit. I'm just seeing people posting content, be like, oh, I got a partnership with YouTube or making money from whatever was going on. I didn't understand the actual business model. I didn't get it. I didn't see it. You can't use it, or what's the word? What's the word they use? You know, I couldn't use the resource because I didn't know it was there. I didn't know how to access it. It's like right there on the tip of my tongue. I know what the word is. Anyway, yeah, I couldn't figure out the business model or understand the business model because I didn't know there was a business model to be understood. But understanding the business model and figuring out how to monetize your different platforms, how to create content that draws awareness, and then keep guiding people down that funnel and getting them on your email list so you can continually sell to them, like, and then just keep feeding that flywheel. I didn't understand any of that. But until I saw the whole thing, I was just like, oh shit. Okay, I get it. From there, it was just investing the time and the capital and the resources, start the process, get the ball rolling. And once you get the ball rolling, you just keep momentum. But you have to understand the business model. You have to understand how you're going to monetize your brand or your platform, what services you want to provide, what problems you solve, so that you're setting up your business and your content and everything in the right way. Like, you don't want to just start going crazy with content, but not have an email list set up, or not just sending people to a link in bio and you're not asking for an email address or a phone number. You're fighting an uphill battle and it's not going to be easy to win it. Yeah, there's so much I didn't learn. And a lot of that has to do with the next one, which is marketing. I didn't understand marketing or selling to people. So going back to me being a graphic designer, being a DJ, videography, I never had to sell any of those services. I never had to sell anything. Even when I was selling CDs back in high school, I didn't have to sell anything. I never had to sell. And that cripples you. And that's why some of the most successful entrepreneurs, successful like business owners, are people who didn't have anything. They had to figure out how they was going to pay their bills. They had to figure out how they was going to survive, how they was going to eat, how they was going to put food on the table. They had to be able to sell some shit. I didn't have those issues. Shout out to my mom. She like always made sure we was taken care of. She made sure I didn't want for shit. And I wasn't the type of kid who was just asking for a lot of stuff. I wasn't like, oh, I want the Jordans or I need the new PlayStation. Like, I was never that person. I see that my mom is working 2 jobs. I understand that she's struggling or like trying to make it. I don't want to be an extra burden by asking for these, what I saw as expensive or like these things that I didn't really need. And if I wanted it, I should be able to get it myself or have a job to go get it. But I was cool with the stuff I had. My mom made sure we was cool. I didn't have a need to be able to sell, or I didn't have that hunger to be a seller and to be like a true hustler. Like, true hustlers like gonna get it no matter what. When you're kind of put in a position of being comfortable, you're comfortable with where you at. You don't get those instincts. You don't get that hunger. You don't have that drive to be like, okay, I'm gonna get it and I'm gonna figure it out one way or another. That can be low key detrimental. But yeah, with all the side hustles, all my past, I never had to sell any of it. It was all referral based. It was all people know that's what I do, or I made it known like this is what I do. People would just be like, oh, you need to do this or you need that. He can help. You need that. He can help, whatever. And I also always had a job, and I was usually cool with the jobs I had. I wasn't like, at one point I was flipping burgers. I was working at Sonic. But I mean, aside from that, I was cool with my jobs. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't have a big career idea or anything in mind. I was just like, this job pays cool. I'm making relatively good money for like where I am. Fuck it. So I had a job and I had a side hustle that I didn't really have to do any work for besides just waiting for people to come to me. Now you get to a point where you have something that people don't know that's what you do or that's what you're good at. You don't have that referral or that trust built up to where people are going to be like, oh, you can go to him to do it. He got you. When it's early in the process and you're still trying to figure that out, you have to be able to sell yourself. You have to be able to sell your skills. You have to be able to market yourself. I didn't understand any of that shit. That was completely lost on me. I was like, I know I can do this. Let me create it. That shit they say, if you build it, they will come. Wrong. It's false. It's a lie. Don't believe that shit. It's a lie. Help's not coming. You got to go get it. You got to go out there and find them. You got to go get the help because that shit ain't coming. I promise you. You might get lucky. You might get something that go viral. But if you ain't got the foundation set, if you're not set up, that shit gonna be gone just like that. Promise you. So I didn't understand marketing. I didn't understand sales. I didn't understand how to sell us something, like understanding the target audience, pain points. Like I didn't understand any of that shit. So when I quit my job and I started my e-commerce brand, I started my clothing line. Now I'm new into this space. People don't know me. Like I don't have any type of backing reference or anything like that. This is just like something new that I'm doing. Now I have to be able to sell. When you don't know how to sell, you either figure it out or you sink. So I went to figure it out. I was like, I'm not going, I know I need to figure out something because this isn't, it was a cool launch and I made a little bit of money, but I knew it wasn't sustainable if I didn't figure out what to do next and how to keep the momentum going. I don't know if we're on 5 or 6, wherever we at. Next thing I didn't understand was how hard the shift would be, which is ironic because I was already creating content. I was already doing this shit. I was already like this. But when you switch it and now you're not doing it for fun anymore, now you're trying to do it from like a livelihood standpoint, you put extra pressure on yourself and you don't measure yourself the same way. What you would have posted a year ago, you won't post today because of how it's going to look or how it might come off. Or did I say the right thing? Or does this sound right? Does this make sense? Like you start to overthink and start to question yourself. Maybe this is just me. I don't know if other people have had this issue. If you have, please let me know. I would love to hear about your experience. But yeah, going from creating content to fun to trying to create it for business or work, especially when you're not a salesperson and you don't like feeling salesy, like that feels weird to you. You don't like feeling pushy or feeling like, oh, buy my stuff. Hey, buy my stuff. Even though that's literally what you have to do. But there's other stuff that you can do so that you don't just have to say, hey, buy my stuff. Like if you don't like feeling salesy, it can be a little hindering because you're like, you still in your head, you're thinking of other people's opinions and shit like that. It's a lot of stuff you have to get over. That's why I'm really appreciative of the opportunity I got to work at a marketing firm because it gave me a lot of practice and confidence that I didn't realize I didn't have. It does take a shift in your mindset and your mentality. And it takes you kind of like dealing with those thoughts and inner demons or whatever it is that you may have. I remember watching an interview and I really wish I would have kept track of it, but I was watching an interview and they said creating content was like cathartic. It was therapeutic almost. Just you discover so much about yourself and learn about like your triggers and your push points. And like you learn a lot when you start creating content. You actually start to dive back into your own thoughts and your own memories and things. And it's a very freeing and releasing experience, if that makes sense. What did I say? I think the last thing, I still don't know, whatever we are, 7, 6, 8, wherever we at. Last thing I figured out, last lesson I learned, or I wish I would have knew earlier. So I wish I would have knew to get started so long ago. Literally 2009, 2010, people were saying, yo, y'all should start a YouTube. Y'all need to be on camera. Y'all should have a show. We literally did nothing for 9, 10 years. We're still out living life. Oh, we on a trip. Oh, we doing it. But we didn't start the YouTube. We didn't start creating the content. We didn't start putting the show out. We didn't bet on ourselves. We didn't understand what it could be. And like it's sucks. Especially like all the stuff I did up until that point, the graphic design, the DJing, the photography, the video. I didn't record nearly as much content or talk about it nearly as much. Shout out to Gary Vee. He's always said, don't try to create content, be the content. Everything you're doing is the content. You just have to capture it, put it out to the world. But yeah, that's probably the biggest lesson. It's just like, wish I would have started sooner. I wish I would have started so much sooner, because there's really no telling where we'd be right now. But I'm also glad I learned everything I did along the way, and I'm actually able to take all those skills and talents and things and kind of put them into, use them my own special way. One of my new favorite quotes, shout out to Bruce Lee and Travis: take what's useful, leave what's useless, make it uniquely your own. It's very, that is what content is. That's what creating content is. That's what creativity is. That's what expression, that's what life is. You're taking all these pieces that you picked up along the way, you inspired by somebody, something you learned from somebody, a trick that you found out. Like, you're just taking all these different things and figuring out how to mix them up and put them out to an audience of people who vibe with you and connect with you. Everything that can be done has been done. There is nothing new under the sun, that type of shit. So I know a lot of people get held up. The idea of, oh, they're already talking about this. Oh, they're already putting out this content. Oh, they're already doing, fuck all that. Everybody is already doing something. Somebody's already doing what you did. That's actually a good thing, because that means somebody's doing what you want to do and they're successful at it. That means there's a way for you to get there too. They probably left a roadmap. They say success leaves breadcrumbs. You just got to follow the trail, figure out where they started, figure out how they got to where they are, and how you can repeat or remix the process so that it works for you and builds an audience of people who are interested in seeing you get to where they are. So for me, I want to be, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out, really. But in my head, I'm like, I don't know, man. I got a lot. It's a lot of shit that I want to do and want to talk about. But one of the biggest things is I didn't see a lot of people that looked or sounded like me talking about marketing, which bothered me, because there's a lot of people who look and talk like me that have businesses or trying to start businesses or want to have businesses or brands or become influencers, whatever it is. There's a lot of people that look and talk like me that want to get into that lane, that want to become a content creator, want to become an entrepreneur, but they just don't understand the process or don't have the people to teach them how to do it, teach them how to get there. And that's one of the biggest reasons why I started this YouTube and started my marketing agency and my software. It was a way for me to help people who are already creative, who already have all the ideas. They can give you the service, they can produce the content. They just don't have the back end. They don't understand the other side of it. They don't understand the marketing or the selling or how to talk to their customers, how to set up an email list, how to send out text on autopilot. Like, they don't understand all the back end stuff that really lets you keep a business running, keep the ball rolling. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 things I wish I would have knew or I learned along the way, however you want to classify it. I think that's it. I think that's all I got for y'all today. Shout out to you for watching this video. If you made it all the way here, if you did make it all the way here and you're still listening, put what sauce you use to dip your nuggets in the comments. What do you use? Yeah, that's all. You know, like, subscribe, all that shit.